Check 1 2. How we doing, everybody? Elliot from the Goldworks here. Okay, I'm gonna cheat a little bit, and this is maybe a good indicator of how you can use a 3D scanner in your workflow. I've had one for a few years. I went with the D3DS. I'll show you here real quick. What do we got here? Does it have a picture of it? Oh, look, there's me. There's me. Oh my goodness. So anyways, that's the model of 3D scanner that I used. And to me, it's indispensable. I can't imagine life without it. Scanning stones, scanning mounts, matching wedding bands. If you're a serious CAD designer, custom jewelry builder, you know, it's just as important as a laser, as CAD, as 3D printing. It really is indispensable in my eyes. But yeah, this is a very worn out ring that the customer loves very much and they want to replicate, and it really wasn't worth trying to patch that poor old thing together. So what we're going to do is replicate it as closely as we can. The customer is open to improvements. Um, so we can thicken it up and strengthen it up a little bit. And when you have the 3D scan, obviously it's a great guide. It really helps um, get the scale right and all the little details. This is going to be, new ring's going to be in a size 7. Placing the ring isn't going to be crazy important. I'm going to be working mostly off the 3D scan model, but I'm also going to be measuring the model the old-fashioned way and just making sure that everything jives. These are just some guidelines to kind of help me line it up in my matrix windows. Okay, that's looking pretty close. Da, 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 da. Start a new job bag. Okay, I always like to save the ring rail by itself when I need to grab it later. Now what do we have in the center? An 8 by 10 oval. Is it cushion? No, I should have maybe scanned the stone because it's a little bit off. It's a little bit funky shaped, but so let's go. I'm sorry, 10 by 8, 10.1 by 8. Oops. Add a little bit of depth. Okay. Very close. Kind of a funky oval cushion sort of shape we got going on here. I'm going to use quad flip here just to on my other monitor that you can't see. I've got some tools set up. I got my gems, I've got quad flip, I've got a few other little things that I don't have shown that you can't see. Like I said, I'm going to be making some slight improvements, so she's open to making it a little bit heavier overall. And oops, sweep 1. Hmm. Is that not joined? What's going on here? Is this closed? Let's see. Did we not close it? Open? No, we're good. Okay, weird. Sweep one. Okay. Oh, that's odd. That's all right. Let's just quad flip that again. Join. If we cap it, then we know we're got something good to work with. Now, looks like we have a little bit of curvature going up, which I like that look of as well. Let's try this sweep one again. Oops. Change color so you can see what I'm doing here. Sometimes I work a little fast and I'm not good at changing, don't have good color changing discipline. Okay. I also don't have great discipline with just working in a very busy screen and only working in the perspective viewport. So this is a cool tool. This is anything you select, it will hide everything else. It's invert and select tool. I don't think it's in any of the menus. It's sort of a one of the hidden functions in Rhino. There we go. And that gives us something like that. Let's see how we're looking. And then you just bring the items back. Okay, I like that. For now, I'll clean up my mess later. I want to get just a head builder going. How many rails do I got there? Just want one rail. I like my claws. Stone like this, it's a fairly big stone. Little over a mil. Mil and a quarter. That's kind of a good size. I don't want the under bezel too close to the girdle of the stone. That, and then I can just hide this temporarily. Yeah, I like that. I can shorten it manually later. It's maybe a little bit long at this stage, but I'd rather leave it long. Now, I have probably mentioned in my other videos that I am building for the render. The way I do it is, obviously these claws are too short to leave any material to set. They look like they sink into the stone a little bit. That's because I need to build a prototype that looks good and looks finished to the customer. Um, and then what I'll do is I'll go in afterwards and I'm going to do multiple versions here, and I'll go in after the fact and change things up and prep it to grow, make the claws taller. I want like a little tiny bit. Interesting. I want just a little bit of gap there. Oops. I just want a little bit of space. But I want that setting to pretty much fit in there quite tightly. Let's try a function I don't use very often. Let's do tapered extrude. Direction down. Let's see how much. Yeah, that's nice. Now, yes, you could do cut to ring rail. There's a lot of ways to skin the cat here. You'll probably notice when I'm building stuff, I do a lot of stuff manually. I have tons and tons of function. Oops. What do we got here? Oh, didn't like that. Okay. Is that? Oh, that is. Oh. Oy. That's a messy little piece of work there. I don't know what's happening. What do we got going on? Okay, let's clean things up. Um, let's go dupe. Let's change this to another color. Let's do dupe border. Okay, that's good. That looks the way we want. Okay, I should not be trying to get so fancy here with this. So let's just take this curve, loft it, join. Sometimes you can get lucky. You can go cut to ring rail. No, doesn't like that. Sometimes you can get lucky and take an open surface like that. And it'll actually create a finished surface for you, but not very often. I just wanted to see if it would work. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. Trying to get a very specific shape there. Let's grab my curves. Get rid of those. Bring this back. Okay. Very rounded shank. We want to definitely do it thicker at the bottom. There's a lot of ways to do this. What do we want to do? I normally don't like using profiles that much, but we can maybe give it a try. Let's go 2 mil. Give ourselves, oh, we don't need that much. That'll already be a big improvement in thickness. Okay, let's put the setting head on green. Let's hide all that. Join. No, that's too much. I used fit on that, but I didn't like it. Didn't like it. Okay, so let's try profiles. Let's see what that gives us. And if it doesn't work, then my dislike of profiles will be confirmed even more. No, I like profiles. I just find there's a lot of scenarios where you don't need them, and I don't know. I feel like you have more control because what you're doing is you're throwing a profile here and your profile there, and hoping that when you sweep everything, that it does what you want it to do. And yes, there's sweep with history, which is great, but I just have a tendency to do things kind of a more manual way, and I can change a profile very easily. To me, if I can job bag both of them, that's just as valuable as parametric to me in a lot of scenarios. Okay, I feel like it's gonna need a profile right on that shoulder. And then let's move this straight up. I'm just gonna mirror that manually. Let's hide this. Let's see what we get. See, like all the time you spend. Okay, let's try automatic. Let's try natural. No. I always want this to be down in the middle on the ring rail and or at the top of the profile. Okay, maintain height. 99% of the time you're gonna want maintain height. Let's close sweep. Yeah, pretty good. I don't love that little bump. I think that's the fault of my curve here. Reduce the number of points on that greatly. But we're still going to have a little bit awkward. Okay, that's a softer. That should fix it. Now that curve might be a little bit Um, too sharp, but let's find out. Okay, no, that's very nice. Okay. All right, you proved me wrong, profiles. You're okay. You're all right. In fairness, it's pretty straightforward. One thing I like to do is leave myself some extra room into the ring rail so I can kind of modify things and then cut. Last thing I'll do is I'll cut the inside of the shank to the ring rail, but when I'm not using Profile Builder, I'm sure if you've seen any of my other videos, I rarely use profiles. You can kind of see how I normally do it, but I'm actually quite happy with that shape. So let's JPEG. Okay, let's hide the mesh. Let's see if we get lucky here. Let's Boolean difference. Are we going to get a nice clean break? Thinking, thinking, thinking. Error, error, does not compute. Okay, Control C, copy. Scale down a little bit, drag down a little bit. Oops, Boolean difference. Let's see how we're doing. This should be basic. Okay, there we go. Control V, bring it back. Now, what I did there is I scaled it so I made sure it would cut into it, and then I left it so that this now lives inside this just a hair, which makes other Boolean operations down the road a little bit more cooperative, except for this one that fails. So it's okay, why is one side different than the other? Am I? No, I must have bumped it or scaled it or something. Okay, don't worry about that. Let's just Control V again. Okay, there we go. That's where it was before. Okay, very nice. Let's get better discipline while I'm on camera. Let's get a curve out here. Quad flip, by the way, it looks like this. Oops. Unable to join curves. Join. Come on, man. Oh, not cool. Not cool. Okay. Well, at some point in the process, quad flip wasn't, in theory, everything should have been really on the dot because if you quad flip, it's on the quad. Everything should join up, but I don't know exactly what happened, but we're not going to worry about it. We're just going to roll with it. Let's see what the points look like on this. They look disgusting. So we're going to break that down. Okay, I just want this. I don't want it to be slightly wonky, so I'm just going to quad flip it again. Join. You should barely notice any difference, but this just guarantees that. Actually, you know what? Let's do it to this too. Boom. Okay, I just want to make sure that it's perfectly symmetrical. Okay, so let's get some gems on curve. What do we got here? We have 1.2 mils. We got lots of them. Okay, so that's a pretty small stone for what we got going on. It was in the original mount was one of those illusion settings where, you got like 90% claw and 10% stone. So 1.2s are the size that were in there, but when you get, when you get this all put together, it looks quite small. I'm just making sure that I got a nice stone on the north and south. I usually do this part of the orientation with the stones pulled out of the mount just so I can see what's going on. I make sure I have plenty of plenty of space in between the stones so that when I drag it down, it'll tighten that gap up and make sure I have enough room for when it's there. But I just like to see it better. That looks good. How many stones do I got here? 24. Do I have 24 stones? Let me count. Probably not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. All right, we're close. We can add a couple if we need to. All right, I'm liking this. This is easy peasy, nothing too crazy. Okay, let's do channel builder. Let's see what it gives us. This is going to be beat set in here. So now this is going to mimic beat set. I want it to look. I always draw bag it when at this stage when there's a cutter. Number one, if you see orange in the job bag, you know when you're ready to build the version, you know that okay, that's not Boolean yet. That's ready to go. Uh, and so you just always make sure you job bag it. I'm going to give this edge a real nice strong fillet, 0.25. That's stronger than I would normally do. Let's. Oy, oy, oy. We should fillet. You fickle beast. It's the most. Oy, oy, oy. It's the crappiest function of all time. If there's somebody out there that's just like, oh no, fillet works for me absolutely every single time perfectly, please call me. Please tell me your secret. I'm pretty sure it's the same for everybody. You know, this is a fairly straightforward edge. I did make it in kind of an odd way. Yeah. All right, let's see. Let's see. Are we going to fill it? This outside edge, is this outside edge going to be cooperative? Man, that is ugly. Usually it's a gap there. How carried away do I want to get? How far do I want to fight this fillet? Okay, so that fillet's fine. Okay, first thing we're going to do, reduce the amount. We might just be getting greedy. So let's see if a 0.15 works. Nope. Okay, I'm going to show you another way to cheat, or another way to do a fillet. Oops, sorry. I meant to dupe edge there. Okay, let's grab all the red, and let's grab this, and let's do this. This kind of tells you what kind of shape your the object that you made is. First thing I'm going to do is throw it in the object checker. Oh, fails. What do we got? Naked edges. Oh, that was from the fillet. Okay, check this. Check this. I'm going to scale it. That's a hair. That's basically nothing. But what I'm doing is I'm taking that seam that the quad flip made, and I'm going to drag it ever so gently past the origin point, and that's making sure that it's in this corner we're talking. Grab my object, quad flip it. You saw barely any change there. Now let's throw it in object checker. Okay, it passed. Sorry, that's off screen too. There we go, like that. And let's see if let's get greedy again. Let's see if that was our problem. I'm thinking it was. Yep. Just the way that pinched together. I'm also working kind of quick and messy here. So, of course, Murphy's Law, when I'm trying to, show something, I can work on, show. Okay. I can work on Matrix for like 2 days straight, working late, just pounding out jobs, never have a single crash, a single problem, and it's just slugging along. Shout out to the developers of Matrix 9 who knocked it out of the park right from the get-go. Like the program is incredibly stable. It really is a great tool. And then I'll get customers coming in, and I don't always design with customers by my side, but I like it. I enjoy doing it. It's fun, but never fails. I'll be doing something so basic, and Matrix 9's just like error, just crashing on me randomly, like trying to do the simplest thing. Okay, look at that. What a little treat. Very nice. Okay, I'm just going to put a little touch Just a little touch at the bottom. You don't want to leave any straight edges. You can use edge softening as well. But that edge softening is just doing what I'm doing here. And you don't, it just, it can make a mess. You don't need to edge soften every little thing. Oh, geez Louise, you know what I goofed up at? Customer wants a reverse taper. I'm going to slim this down a little bit. What that means is we're going to go a little bit wider at the bottom. Here's my cage edit, making sure cage edit is my friend, should be your friend too. If you don't have cage edit mastered and on a hotkey and you know, it really, in my eyes, cage edit is the most powerful, one of the most powerful and most used tools for me. You know what I mean? Like what I'm doing is often I do lots of different versions, lots of different variations. I want to make quick changes. I want to work quickly, and you know, cage edit allows me to. Okay, so yes, you could go in, pull your profiles, or if you were working parametrically and properly, you could take the profiles you already are saved and have proper color discipline and you know re-show the colors, change the profiles using the taco, re-sweep it, realign your alignment curves. Oh my god, I'm getting tired just explaining the steps, and like that took me 5 seconds. So that's why I like Cage Edit. Okay, so this one's all good to go. What I'll do is I'll get good color discipline here. I usually like to, the brown is sort of my least used. So if I see a brown something in the job bag, I know it's ready to render basically. Okay, so now let's go back a couple steps. What we're going to do is we're going to do a version without, look at that. Oh, let me just show you this. Obviously, I'm sure you guys all know this, guys and gals. Bring everything in, deselect what I want to keep. Um, oh, okay. And this is my unfixed. I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, bring in what I want to keep and away you go. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to do a rope. So instead of stones, we're not sure if we want to reset these stones of hers. We're going to do a rope design. Just, you know, something that lives where the stone would live, that's kind of dynamic and has something to it. Now, yes, in theory, I could have used the channel builder, but I like to do it manually. I'll show you how that kind of works. I'll show you what I mean by doing it manually. Now I could have extracted the curves here as well. There's a lot of ways to do this, but I'm just taking the curve that I like. Let's make sure these are all closed curves and not something goofy. Select closed curves. Okay, we're good. Okay, so I'm going to project onto this. And I don't need all of them. I just need these top ones. Oops, I really should have had them on a different color. Anyways, let's clean up them. Okay. Okay, so I extracted that surface, and then I'm going to use these curves to cut. This is the goal. This is what I want it to look like here, okay? Small strip cutout, small strip in the middle. Keeping these curves. Keep these curves, and then I'm just going to drag them down. Now, this loft, loft. Oh, no, doesn't like that. Let's sweep. Loft and sweep might get a little bit uncooperative here because I was having object checker. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, let's bring back, oh, bad boy. I was not job bagging there. That's okay. This is my version of parametric. Throw that in the job bag, undo, 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 undo. Okay, grab a curve. Okay, let me show you something. Everybody knows about this, right? Exactly center line. Everybody knows about that one, right? I'm assuming so. Oops, point one. I'm using fit there. So now I can get rid of all this, get rid of all that, keep this, and then bring that back. And that's right in the middle. And then I'll just drop bag that right over top. Okay, man, I did this the old-fashioned way for a very long time. And now I don't have to because the GV rope builder is badass. Actually, it's freaking awesome. It works so good. Um, First thing you want to do, get your twists. I usually start with my twists. And then you can play around with your thread size and how many three threads. That's going to be 90% of what you want. Let's go down to two. Show you. Give it a second. Doing a lot of math there. Oh, you know what? I like that too. Let's rock with that today. I don't like a lot of space in the middle. I want when I Boolean union this, I want this to be solid. So just make sure that you're not like doing this. That's not what we want. And this is doing a lot of math, so don't get greedy. Take your time, click at a time. And then here you can work on your thread size and then this. And then if you need more, up your twists. If you need it tighter, up your twists. But actually, okay, that's what I want. That fits really nicely in between those. Now, this is two separate pieces, okay? I ungrouped it. It creates it as two separate pieces. So just be aware of that because it can cause you some issues down the road. No, just these two. Job bag those. You can. Oh, if I wanted to get really fancy, ooh, I could have created a surface and floated along surface. I don't really want to get that carried away. Let's try something. Let's go cage edit. Let's do a more square XY cage edit. So cage edit. Let's do 4 and 4. Let's grab these middle and let's drag these up. And I'm dragging the middle. See how powerful that is? I can like, what I'm doing is I'm trying to mimic the angle of the edge by I want the inside to be a little up and the outside to be a little bit down, and cage edit is a quick and easy way. And then yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it's kind of got a little bit of an angle to it to match the angle of that piece. I don't want to squish it down 1D too much. I also could make this deeper. Okay, let's see if I can get greedy. This is probably a very bad idea. In fact, it's such a bad idea. I'm going to go like this and save that. And let's hide this. Control Shift, grab this while you're holding Control Shift. Grab this, grab this, grab this, and grab this. And we are going to try to pull it down. And let's see. Oh, lucky. Lucky. Okay. I just wanted a little bit more room, a little bit deeper of a trough, so I couldn't see the bottom of that. So yeah, getting lucky. Okay, let's tempt fate again. I doubt this is gonna fill it. I doubt it. Ugh, what a pain in the ass. What kind of topsy-turvy world are we living in here? Can't believe that worked. Okay, I'm not even gonna I'm not. This is microscopic differences that the customer is not gonna be sweating, so why should I be sweating it? No, I'm good. Quit playing. Quit playing around. You're good to go. The customer just wants more of a general look. Oh, I think I got some things hidden. Yep. Okay. Okay. Let's make some of this gray, and then let's draw bag it. Render time. Render time. Render time. Ooh. What do we got going on? Chill out. Don't crash. Don't crash. Okay. Okay, let's job bag. Just job bag it like crazy. Hard drives are cheap. You fill up a hard drive, go buy another one. Fill that one up, go buy another one. And then make sure everything is on another hard drive in the cloud, and then make sure you have another hard drive in a safe, and then just to be triple share, have another hard drive. Just please don't ruin your life. Don't ruin your life by losing data. It's not cool. Back up your stuff. Do not forget. Okay. Let's do this. We're all white gold. I'm just going to hide the gems. White gold. Okay, Mystic Topaz. How we doing? We got a Mystic Topaz in here? I think we do. Let's see, Topaz, Mystic. Oh, yeah. Man, whew. Bless whoever's heart made all these things. Like, seriously, these all had to be made manually, which is a ton of work. I can't imagine how much work that would be, so shout out to them. Pardon me. You didn't hear that burp, I doubt it. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Don't render it too big, not too small. It's too close up or anything. I like to do, anytime I'm doing two renders, I like to do it like this. Actually, you know what? Don't worry about this. We're done. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like and say hey. I've yet to have a comment, so if you're the first comment, trust me, I'll notice and I'll greatly appreciate it. So I hope you learned something. By the way, not a tutorial, it's a work through. I'm sure you figured that out by now. But thank you for joining me if you did, and have a good one. Peace.